What's up, everyone? Hope you are all doing well. This is our morning breakfast training coffee talk here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is episode 24 now. My goal is to do 100 of these, 100 in a row. So I actually did 2 in one day. So technically this is 22 days in a row. So if you guys like these videos, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe and share. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. And if you guys noticed, the previous video was me hitting baseballs. Yes, I know. I went there to the park and we were hitting baseballs with my wife, kind of soft tossing them. And I got on some Twitter spats with some strength coaches about how I could hit more home runs than them. And I go out to the field, and actually I was driving home after I'd hit. It was like 3 hours later, and I saw the field, and I didn't really film myself the first time. This time I said, screw it. I took 15 baseballs, cold, the wood bat. Fence is 295 feet away. I was about 15 or 12 feet behind home plate. Puts the fence roughly at, I don't know, 305, 310. And I just tossed it up and it would hit him out. And I filmed it. So I think out of 15 baseballs, I hit, I don't know, 11 or 12 out. And it was fun. It was funny because, I just had a little contrast change in my camera. I apologize. It was funny because it reminded me of some, aspects of what general physical preparedness, that crazy word we like to use, actually means, and what it means to have the capacity to perform something without actually being trained in it. And what I mean by that is I don't play baseball. I like to swing the bat. I know how to swing a bat pretty well, actually, but I don't play baseball. I quit after halfway through my freshman year of high school, but I live to be powerful and explosive. And research says being powerful and explosive helps with rotational power, like hitting a baseball. Obviously, there's the skill factor of hitting it correctly with the right trajectory and angle, but you got to have the pop to at least hit it out of the field, out of the park. For myself, I don't train rotational power in the sense of rotating things. I don't do baseball-specific training. I just live to be strong and powerful. I'm explosive and athletic. But it's amazing how that sets the base to do other things. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that's why I hit the ball as far as I did, whatever. But it's funny how your general ability plays a role. It will transfer over to your specific ability, that is sport. Regardless, at least to an extent, it's the foundation from which you pull from. And I think that's the key word and way to describe it. Because essentially what I'm talking about is your motor potential and your body's ability to be pulled and used in different directions. Think about yourself as a painting. Well, you're not painting, actually. You are painting. You yourself, your capacity is the paint itself. The more paint you have and the more diverse colors of paint, the more you can utilize them in creating a great artistic piece of work. So if I have a bunch of paint, I only have a bunch of red, well, I'm going to be limited as to what I can actually paint. But I have lots of red and blue and colors that are complementary. Yeah, remember those art class days. Complementary colors, and you have them together. Well, you can make a painting maybe that is going to be more artistically impressive than you would be able otherwise if you just had red. So you got to think about the types of colors as types of strength qualities, and the amount of the color as the actual magnitude of those strength qualities, and then you, the painter, as the skill. So in the weight room, we focused on A, qualities, the types of colors, but B, we also need to understand the skill, the application is you, the painter. Now, what happens sometimes is we overlook what actually needs to be used by the painter. Maybe as an athlete in X sport or Y sport, you might need certain strength qualities over here, and you as a strength coach might be training these qualities over here. They need red paint, you give them blue paint. Well, that's not going to help them necessarily on the field optimize, or as a painter optimize their abilities to artistically draw whatever they need to draw, because they're just lacking in certain areas. So that's where the marriage of the idea of certain qualities, right? The paint matching the skill, the paint matching the picture is what's needed. The quality developing matching the skill you're actually pursuing. And so that's the idea essentially of, general, or you could call it more general / specific. Again, that term is poorly used and I don't really like it. But the idea that we have functional qualities within our body, we are strong, we are powerful, we are whatever, and we have to have the skill to express them in the painting itself. And so when I went and hit baseballs, it's kind of funny because I was like, well, I don't really hit baseballs, and I do have a decent skill to swing the bat pretty well, but I do have the high levels of, or higher-ish levels of specific qualities that are used in that movement, and so it was easier to transfer them over and actually hit the baseball. Now, if I wanted to get really good at hitting baseball, I'd probably get more specific on areas that actually work on the skill and then the expression of those qualities specifically in the skill itself. But again, that wasn't the rhyme or reason to it. That wasn't the goal. I just wanted to hit some baseballs as far as I could. So I wanted to share that little bit with you. I thought it was informative and useful. I'm going to drink my coffee. I hope you all enjoy. I appreciate y'all listening. As always, take care.